Hey everybody, super excited. We have another lightsaber. It's not real, it's fake, because they don't make real lightsabers. But we have another one. This one is from DamienSaber.
Another lightsaber?
Yeah, it's not my fault. They just keep sending them to me.
You already have like 10 of them.
Yeah, but this one is Luke Skywalker. He is the representation of Star Wars.
Don't you already have a Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, but that's signed by Mark Hamill. I can't play with that one.
Well, have fun playing with yourself.
I always do. Hey, my name is Mr. X. Welcome to the Extreme Channel. We are giving away $1,000 statues to you guys. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. All right, before we get started today, I want to let you know this was from DamienSaber. They reached out to me because we've done a collab in the past. If you remember, they sent me one from the dark side. That's right, Darth Revan, which is not actually from the movies, but is a great character. I used to own a custom statue of him. So they reached out again and they said, hey, let's balance it out with the Force and give you someone from the light side of the Force. That doesn't sound very cool. But they sent me a true Luke Skywalker lightsaber. So today we're going to unbox it, do a quick review. When I say quick, 10 minutes, maybe less. Did you know when you're watching YouTube videos you can put double speed on the bottom?
I watch everything at 1.5 to 1.75 times speed. It is so incredibly helpful.
Because I'm a busy guy. That's why I watch YouTube videos. Anyway, standard box, they always ship at DHL Express, which is fantastic. Let's open it up. And Mrs. X was right. I think I now have 10 lightsabers. And if you've seen them in this room tour right here, you can actually see a bunch of autographed ones on the wall. But I have a number of these NeoPixels that are just kind of fun to play with. But I think I'm going to build a display with them. I have a custom life-size Yoda statue coming in, and maybe I'll put it behind him. I think that'd be cool. Have like 10 different famous characters' lightsabers. Lot of tape. By the way, one of the things you never calculate when you're selling a bunch of stuff, as I do, is how much tape you go through, packing tape. We go through cases of it. All right, so upon opening, a little different than the previous packaging. So you can take a look right here. You have a few different things. We have the hilt. Over here, we have some type of assembly tool. It looks like a stand. Of course, the blade is in there, and then a few of the charging accessory parts packed with foam. So here are all the tiny pieces. It almost looks like a microchip in there. We have this, which I never figured out what this was for in all my previous ones. We have a charging USB cable. We have a very thick manual with, oh my goodness, like 40 pages. Here is the stand. Now, I don't believe my last one came with the stand. Here is the tool to put it together, which is really nice. So typically in the past, a lot of companies, as well as DamienSabers, use an Allen wrench, which this is still an Allen wrench, just more of a fancier one. And then, of course, you have the Luke Skywalker hilt. So this is his green lightsaber, his second lightsaber, and I believe this is their second version of it. This looks badass. This looks way better than the one Mark Hamill signed. Can't wait to show you guys. But for now, we will do some assembly. So this is wrapped completely in saran wrap or cellophane or whatever you want to call it, dental dam. All right, so we have the hilt here. It appears it screws off on the top and bottom. So it looks like some circuitry and electronics here. So again, there is a circuit, some type of circuit in here. I wonder if it's programmable, which is highly possible. We'll find out. Now this is probably the chromiest lightsaber I've had. That's why they wrapped it up. So unfortunately, it is getting fingerprints, but I think it looks more accurate that way. And here's the other part. I don't think you're supposed to disassemble that, but you can. All right, so first things first, let's take the blade out here. So they have different lengths of blades. I don't even know what they sent me, but we'll find out now. This one is about 36 inches. We're going to look at the different options later. This is also wrapped up. So not only do they have different lengths of blades, but they also have different types of blades, specifically the lights inside of them. Which, I've honestly found, obviously the more expensive ones are nicer, but even the basic NeoPixel type stuff is still pretty badass, especially compared to what I grew up with. All right, so let's get the tool out. And then you have these tiny screws that are very hard for a large dude to put together. So interesting This is the first one I've had where the screws are already in there, so I had trouble getting the hilt in because you had to unscrew them, loosen them up, and then put them back in. But that's actually a huge advantage in my opinion, because you don't have to worry about getting these tiny little screws into the proper placement. All right, so first thing, let me go off camera and start charging this guy. All right, so while that is charging down below here, you actually had to unscrew the bottom of the hilt to charge it. But the reason they do that is so there's not a charging port on the hilt to give it more screen accuracy. While most lightsabers aren't 100% screen accuracy, I personally couldn't tell the difference. I think that this one is damn near close and a lot more than some of the competitors. So we'll put together the acrylic stand here. They have some padding on both sides. Okay, so after you get that protective paper off, very easy assembly, as you can see. So you can display the whole saber or the hilt, and let's actually take a look at that. It's charged for a few minutes here, so hopefully it has enough juice. And again, I cannot figure out what these are for. They come with a lot of these NeoPixel sabers I buy. I don't know if it's something you put in the hilt if you're not displaying the blade. Because the cool thing about this is not only is it something fun to play with, but it's almost like a cosplay thing. If you wanted to walk around at a convention with Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber, you could actually just take this one because it also has a loop to hang it from as well. You can see in the picture right here. So the hilt is fantastic. It's two-hand size. I am a big guy, but it's weighted really well, even with the blade. So let's try this out. All right, so first thing you want to do is you actually need to turn it on. Now to do that, you hold the button for 1 second, and it will tell you, powered on. All right, so while this is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, it doesn't have to be. Obviously can't change the hilt, and we'll do some more close-up pictures of that. But the great thing about this is the functionality of the lights and the sound and even the pulse of the blade change greatly. Now you can do a number of things. You can let the actual lightsaber choose it for you, or you can mix and match. So it is set on Luke Skywalker right now. There's two ways to turn it on. First, you can just hit the button. And it's hard to tell in my screen, but it does light up the true green. And then to turn it off, you hold it for 4 seconds. The other way to turn it on is to do a forward stabbing motion. This is my first attempt, so we'll see if it works. All right, took me about 4 different attempts, but that's kind of hard to do when you're sitting down. But once it's on, it has a few different options that you can do as well. You can do a blaster block by hitting the button once. Or, and again, this is my first attempt, you do a block. So that is pretty cool. Now, as I said, if you don't want it as Luke Skywalker, you can change the color, you can change the sounds, you can make your own collaboration, or you can have them do it for you. So first, I'm going to have them do it for us. So you do that by turning it all the way off, and then while it's off, you hold the button for 4 seconds.
The Chosen.
So it chose The Chosen, ironically. Let's do one more. Truly Lost is a Sith, so it does have a little bit more of a humming sound, almost sounds like Kylo Ren's, and you can see it's red here. So we'll go through a few more.
The Butcher.
The Butcher.
The Princess.
The Princess.
Fallen Apprentice Magenta.
Fallen Apprentice Magenta. You can see the purple there. And again, it's a different hum. And not only is it a different hum, but when it strikes, it has different sounds. So I think that's pretty cool.
The Dark Lord Order.
The Master, I assume this is Yoda. Green, so that makes sense. Now, with that, once it's on, if you want to kind of choose your own things, you can hold it for, I believe it's 2 or 3 seconds, and it'll cycle through the different colors.
Color change.
So here it is cycling through the different colors. You have purple, a little bit different purple, pink almost, red. It's cycling through pretty quick, white. And then when you find the color you want, so I also notice it has dark saber, it has yellow, quite a few different ones. You just hit the power button. So let's wait here. Still cycling through, we got purple. So let's close out the video. Let's do some close-up video of the hilt and the blade here, and then also check out some of the other stuff they have on their website. And I will also put a link in the description below so you can check that stuff out as well. But I gotta be honest, this is probably one of my favorite hilts that I have. Not just because it's nostalgic of Return of the Jedi and Luke Skywalker, but it just looks badass. Check it out. All right, so as we dive into this, there's my Emperor chair. While this isn't 100% screen accurate, most hilts aren't. And it's really 99% of the people can't even tell. I can't even tell. I just know that from doing a little bit of research. But the average novice, it's as close as you're going to get. So like I said, I love the chrome effect of this. It's probably the most chromy one I have, and I think that's not only the stylized version because I was always a big fan of this, but it looks absolutely amazing. There's the belt loop holder, and there's where the buttons are underneath the bronze. And of course the blades always look fantastic. This one is pointed at the end. The acrylic stand. So fantastic detail on it. This is one of my favorite ones now in the collection for sure. Number of specials that you can find right when you log into the website. Again, it's DamienSaber.com. There's a link in the description below. Now with that, they have a bunch of stuff going on. I'm filming this early May, so they have the May 4th sale. And they have some incredible prices, not only due to the sale, but some basic ones starting at $100, where typically for stuff like this, you're in the $300, $400, $500 range. Even a double blade right here, the Darth Maul, starting at $139, which is absolutely crazy. Now what's great about these is when you actually log in, they have different characters. You can adjust each one even more. So for example, if we just logged into this double blade right here, you can see you can have the different versions right here, whether it's the Xenopixel, the XRGB plus SD card, again for different programming. You can change the color of the hilt. And then you can change the color of the blade length. So I have the 36-inch, but if you're getting it for a smaller child. Now the other thing too, free shipping to the United States. Absolutely crazy right there. Shows whether it's in stock, and again, it gives you all the different functionalities. These get very, very complex. Then they have accessories, just hilts if you're going to cosplay. Tons of different options. Their customer service is great. They respond all the time if you have an issue or a question. So definitely check them out, DamienSaber.com. Fantastic company, fantastic website. As we try to grow this channel, we like to reward you guys for watching and subscribing. So because of that, every 5,000 milestone when it comes to subscribers, we give away a couple $1,000s worth of statues. We've actually given away over 20 statues. To win one was easy. First, you gotta be subscribed to the channel. You'll get bell notifications when videos drop. Each video that drops, you wanna make a comment on those videos. We pick a random video, we give away statues based on a comment. You can say whatever you want. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. A bigger thanks to DamienSabers. This is awesome. I can't wait to go kick my 12-year-old's butt. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please definitely check out DamienSabers and drop a like to help them with visibility of this video as well. I'll talk to you guys soon. Unless my son beats me.